Philosophers talk to our times. We citizens of dystopia. Concluding dystopia. It is something I perhaps ought to have always known, but never really realised. A dystopia is impossible if it doesn't fight a generational war. If that basic trust that we're all fundamentally one and the same, all caught up in the same country, all part of the same set of stories, hadn't collapsed. If we didn't look at different generations as somehow thinking different, being different. If we didn't treat what is actually just a laziness of thinking as somehow essential. A laziness, because what we do in notions like Generation X or Generation Z or whatever, Generation Y or A or whatever alphabetical letter you choose, is to hide our own inabilities to pass down knowledge in the face of easy technological solutions. I mean, computers have become, in being totally ultra-processed thinking, the equivalent of the hamburger that destroyed the idea of home cooking. It destroys entire technological bases that used to be prevalent in society and handed down. If you ask me, do I use computers to make my time easier? Yes, I do. But do I look up quotes still in my books? Yes, I do. Do I enjoy map reading? Oh, God, yes. Do I trust Google Maps over my ability to read maths? Never. Not once. I'm a better map reader than Google. I know where I want to go. And I also know what shortcuts are likely to work. My point there is that I was of that group that was still taught proper map reading. And I still used to teach it when I was teaching proper map reading as part of maths. You could teach anything as part of maths because it is a useful skill, even in the days of computers, because it allows you to make judgments against them. And so the entire generation thing represents for me rather a failure of education, a failure to understand what technology is changing and how we have to change ourselves to manage it. So you keep an awful lot of the old traditions, I mean map reading, in order to be able to understand how to use the technology to the maximum of its ability. And we simply haven't done it. Rather, we have fought a rather sloppy generational war that allows us to hide all sorts of other divisions, all sorts of ways that we are buggering up society, asset stripping, taking money from the poor and giving it to the wealthy, and preventing any money cascading down the generations, as the fact that the kids don't understand how to look after their parents becomes a way that all healthcare and looking after the old becomes a matter of yet another matter for expense and taking money away from the young and giving it to corporations. You fight a generational war at your peril, and all dystopias fight them.